two animals sprint across the track just ahead of a moving train in a tense moment. Train struggles over uneven tracks, creating a rough and uneasy. Train moves slowly through a narrow street as crowds film the unusual situation. Train carries multiple mini military tanks, leaving viewers stunned by the sight. Multiple containers derail and scrape another train before the driver manages to stop. Electrical sparks erupt from the railway at night, creating a dramatic. Train plows through snow, throwing it outward as people record the moment. Animal confronts a stopped train and unexpectedly attacks it. High-speed train rushes past as people capture the intense moment on camera. Two rear carriers lift into the air while the train stands still, baffling onlookers. Flooded tracks challenge a moving train as passengers remain inside during the risky passage.
ada bak थांबली म्हणजे ह्या प्लॅटफॉर्मवर येणाऱ्या मागच्या गाड्या सगळ्या थांबल्या. ते बघ लोक चालत येत बघ.
Derailing container flips and spills cargo in front of shocked witnesses. Fire brigade truck pauses for a passing train despite urgency, showing disciplined response. Train clears heavy snow from the tracks, sending it flying around observers. Train moves beside water, carrying massive containers, drawing attention from amazed onlookers.
Is there anything trains can't haul?
Train travels over bumpy tracks, creating an unstable and tense. Train emits heavy smoke from wheels, raising concern among nearby spectators. Snow-clearing train blasts heavy snow off the tracks, drawing crowds who film the powerful in action. Detached container suddenly separates from the moving train, shocking everyone nearby.
Oh my goodness!
Can I do this? Can I do
It's
this?
like
Yes,
bend
I
down
can do
here.
it. Maybe.
Yeah, come down here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Here, Simeon. It's a real one.
Elephant is carefully guided off a train cabin as people rush to assist in this unusual rescue. Military-loaded train rolls past with armored vehicles on board, attracting intense public attention. train violently sways on a rough and uneven track, creating a nerve-wracking spectacle for viewers. Train collision damages its own cabin as metal twists under pressure, alarming nearby observers. Overturned train continues moving in a surreal and alarming that leaves witnesses stunned. Freight train carries massive loads through a desert landscape, creating an imposing sight. Thick smoke pours from a moving train, capturing the attention of people recording the train crashes into carriers on the track, sustaining visible front-end damage in the impact. Pedestrians narrowly avoid disaster while crossing tracks as a train approaches unexpectedly. Train rolls across a snowy road crossing, forcing drivers to stop and watch in disbelief. Animals block the railway line until finally moving away, delaying the intense standoff. Fire brigade vehicle bizarrely travels along railway tracks, confusing and shocking onlookers. Train carriers lift and collapse mid-motion, with wheels detaching in a dramatic mechanical failure. Distant viewers capture a smoke, heavy train as it moves with an intense and dramatic presence. Car collides with a rail vehicle at a crossing, resulting in a sudden and damaging impact. Construction crew attempts to lift a train container, struggling under its massive weight. Massive explosion erupts from a train cabin at night, sending shockwaves through nearby witnesses. Container truck is completely destroyed after confronting a moving train on the tracks. Football match continues as a train passes dangerously, close to the field, creating a surreal moment. Train obliterates the rear of a truck in a brutal collision, caught on camera. Truck is crushed and halted after being struck by a train, leaving bystanders stunned. Man dangerously runs along a moving train, creating a risky and shocking scene. Train window suddenly shatters, leaving a passenger confused and alarmed at the heavy smoke fills a subway tunnel as a moving train triggers alarm among passengers. Car is sideswiped by a train after entering its path, resulting in a harsh impact.
Oh my God!
Car crosses into the train's path and faces a destructive collision in front of witnesses. Abandoned train catches fire, creating a dramatic blaze as people record the SUV is crushed from the rear after crossing into a train's, shocking nearby viewers. Train collides with logs and debris on the track, forcing an emergency. Crowd dances beside a stationary train, turning the railway into an unexpected celebration. Electric sparks burst from subway tracks, creating a dangerous and eye-catching. Water floods into a subway station, leaving passengers stunned as it rapidly spreads. Pickup truck is completely destroyed after being hit by a passing train. Woman runs across the top of a moving train, creating an extremely dangerous spectacle. Man escapes moments before his bike is crushed by an oncoming train. Car is destroyed after entering a train crossing at the wrong moment.
Meu Deus do céu!
Van is completely wrecked after being struck by a moving train in a violent collision. Smoke-filled train moves through a forest, creating a tense atmosphere for passengers. Two trains nearly collide head-on before. Emergency braking prevents disaster. Vendors sit dangerously close to passing trains, creating a risky everyday. Van is hit from the side after suddenly entering the train's path. Train driver notices sparks on the track, signaling a potentially dangerous malfunction. Crocodile blocks the railway line, forcing the train to stop in a bizarre encounter. Train moves through submerged tracks, sending water splashing dramatically into the air. Buffalo narrowly escapes an oncoming train as the driver slows down just in time. Floodwaters destroy multiple trains, with one dramatically flipping under pressure. Derailed containers scatter across the track, creating chaos for waiting drivers. Train smashes nearby objects as drivers watch in shock from a safe distance. Intense electrical sparks erupt at a station, creating a frightening for bystanders. Smoke pours heavily from the front of a moving train, creating an intense
out of track. I need to stop this train. Holy shit.
single container derails unexpectedly, disrupting the trains. train derails and flips in a snowy, requiring heavy machinery for recovery. Train slices through floodwater, sending massive waves crashing into the air. Animal safely crosses snowy tracks after the train halts, creating a rare calm moment. Snow train launches snow high into the air, creating a dramatic winter spectacle. Overcrowded train carries people on its roof and front, creating an extremely dangerous scene. Hundreds of passengers cling to the roof in front of a moving train in a shocking display. Military tanks ride atop a train, forming a powerful and intimidating. Driver sacrifices control and crashes into a pole to avoid a deadly train collision.
Yeah.